Hey, how you doing, guys? So basically it's part number 4 of our tutorial, and today we're gonna make out of this boxy car a little bit more smooth and nice, and we're gonna just adjust it to our canvas right here. And okay, let's get started. Okay, so here is our car, and as we can see right here, we need to do some modifications, same as if we look at the top view. Here we need to also to do some modifications. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to the right view, and here in select options you need to check select through. So if you have like that, then you just keep the check mark. So that means when we select something, it selects the entire model, see? So it goes all the way to the back. So when this function is not switched on, then we select whatever we see. Well, because it's mirrored, of course, it's selecting the other side, but sometimes it's not really working as it's supposed to be. So select filters, select through. Okay, we switch to the right view, and let's start to shaping our car. So we're gonna select this, edit form, and let's adjust it a little bit. So this will go higher. Then I select this line. I'll move it over here. Let's switch to the box mode. So I press Ctrl 1, or you can do it right here, displayed mode. Just choose that one. So you're choosing, let's say, this model, box mode, or the smooth mode, or back to box mode. Okay. So now we select these lines, edit form, and we move it. That one will be somewhere here. That one will be somewhere here. Okay, let's have a look. So right here we have something that we should not have. I choose this line and I move it slightly forward. Now let's go through the car, switch to the right view. Here is fine. Here we'll move slightly down. Okay, the rest of the car looks pretty good. Great. So let's go to home mode. Let's switch to the front view. Let's switch off the wheels so that they don't disturb us. Now let's insert one more edge. So I click on one, I hold Shift, I double click on the next one. I hold Shift, click on the next one, switch to the front view, and I choose from Modify drop-down menu, Insert Edge. We're gonna place it somewhere over here. Okay. Then I double click on this line, Modify, Insert Edge. We're gonna place it somewhere over here. Then I insert one more edge, somewhere in between those two. Okay, great. Now let's switch off our canvases. I see that here are some very rough shapes. Modify, slightly up. Here. Let's see from the bottom view actually. Okay, here looks a little bit boxy. Let's replace this line. So how do I replace? From Modify drop-down menu, I choose Insert Point. So I put one point over here, another point over here. Then it makes me straight line. I click OK. I double click on these two lines and I press backspace. And basically I'm deleting kind of lines that I don't really like. Okay, so let's move this car a little bit forward. So I choose all these lines. Let me see if it's chosen underneath. Yes. Then I press Edit Form. I move it slightly forward. Then I choose this line. I also move it slightly forward. And of course I'm gonna do the same with this line. Oops, Command Z, Command Z. So we have to choose all the way here. Yes. And here. Let's say like that. By the way, I'm using a mouse, so I'm holding middle button in order to grab my model. Not grab my model, but pan, the right word. And when I hold shift and I press middle mouse, then I can orbit. So we need to double click here. Let's go back to the top view, zoom in a little bit and move it slightly forward. Somehow like that. Top view, slightly inside, just like that. Okay, that looks good. Let's switch to top view of our car. Now let's select these lines, move it slightly back, like that. Then we select these lines, move it slightly back, like that. Just like that. Let's have a look. Okay, looks like those points didn't move, but we can move them separately. Let's go to the top view and move them somewhere like that. Okay. Now we need to make this car somehow in the shape. I mean, pull it up. So I choose this line. I hold shift and I double click here. Let's go to the front view, edit form. Need to select again. From here, shift, double click. And then we go slightly up. Let's say 150 inch, or let's switch on front view. Yep. Then we do the same here. Like that. Same will be over here. Perfect. Now looks like these lines have to be slightly lower. So choose from here, shift, double click, switch to the front view and move them down like that. Oops, it selected the whole loop. So I will need from here, shift until here. Slightly down. Whoops, we made mistake. We choose the wrong one. This and this. The same over here. Okay, should be good enough. Let's see how looks our model. Command 3. It's getting a little bit of the shape of the car. Of course, it's still not good enough. Okay, now we will have to fix a little bit our car. Periodically. Okay, once in a while you have to do make uniform. Okay, sometimes you have like T-splines coming together not correctly, and then make uniform will fix that. Okay, looks like here we have something out of control. Yep, edit form, right here, this part, right here, this part, right here. And let's quickly readjust. Okay, good for now. Let's insert one more edge right here. So modify, insert edge, like this. Okay. Then I'll do modify, insert point. So from here until here. Okay, double click here and press delete. Modify, insert point. So we're gonna do a lot of inserting like a points, in order to fix our model. Let's switch to the top view. We can change this to more straight, modify, insert point from here, let's say until here, and then here. Okay, then I double click on what I don't need, insert point from here, let's make it until here. No, okay, from here until here and till here. Okay, delete, delete. So I'm going to speed up this process a little bit. So right now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look for the lines that are not straight enough for me. So let's say I'm switching to the top view and I'm watching all these lines. Okay, here looks kind of okay. Then I switch to the side view and I'm looking also for the lines that looks like, you know, they're a little bit out of the way they're supposed to be, yeah? So let's find some good example. Okay, this line. So I insert point, let's say from here until here. Okay, then I double click on this line, I press delete, and let's see from the front also can make some nice perfectly good lines. So insert point, let's say from here until here. Okay, no, we cannot do that. Modify, insert point from here, okay, here and then here. No, let's say from here till here. Yes, double click, delete. Okay, when you're done with this, we're gonna insert one more edge. So we click on this edge, double click, modify, insert edge, and we're going to insert on this side, somewhere right here. Okay, so now when I press Command 3, it gives us this sharp edge on the sides. Now we're going to insert one more edge around our car, modify, insert edge, and let's insert it right here. Okay, that gives us strong curve over here. Let's erase this a little bit. So as you can see, it's just a lot of moving lines, let's call it points, and all kind of stuff around the car. So let's insert one more edge. That's for our window, somewhere like here. Okay. So somehow I have a feeling that my car is going inside, like not the bump the way it's supposed to be like this, but it's like not like this, but it's like, you know, like this, let's say, yeah. So let's inspect it with zebra analysis. Here from inspect drop down menu we can find zebra analysis. I'm choosing this, I'm choosing the model, and then I can see exactly how my model, like let's call it, plays on the sun. So I can see where are the flat parts of the model and where are more, let's say, wavy or stuff like that, yeah. We can switch the modes, horizontal also. Like I see my hood is actually having this a little bump right over here, then a little bit way over flat over here. The sides are looking good pretty much. So you see we made this kind of smooth grease edge with one extra line. Let's hit OK. And we can always switch in on analysis just by the eyeball right over here next to analysis. Okay, let's double check with our canvases. looks pretty okay, except the front is a little bit way away from the canvas. So I select and I just move it closer, just like that. Switch to box mode. Okay. Then this part, you see, it's just a lot of moving back and forward different parts of the sketch. Then I'm choosing another point from like another side, switch to the right view, and I move it. So now from here. Okay, so now let's do just like that. Let's try to create point, let's say from here until here. No, it's not gonna make us do that. But if we create, let's say from here until here, okay, then we get it. And then shift, delete. Okay, now we got pretty much good. So I also can double click and from modify drop down menu, edit form, and then here I just click once on this function and I press 0 and boom, it's becoming like all flat around the car. Okay, so as you can see we have like a hood, and then we have this like a bump going inside, then like that. So let's try to fix that. Okay, now let's make some lines. Insert point from here, 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 here. I hope you see where it goes. Okay, and I press delete. Click once, press 0. Okay. Okay, it's getting closer. So let's switch off and press Ctrl 3. I see here something not right. Ctrl 1, modify, insert point. So let's say from here until here. Okay, double click, delete, and I do the rest the same. As you can see, every point matters. So it's already looking much better. So I can press Command 4 just to get rid of all these lines, and I can see it a little bit more clearly. Let's say I can switch on zebra analysis again and have a look. Okay, as you can see here we have something wavy happening. So let's fix this wavy stuff. Command 6. Let's try to insert point from here until here. Okay, another thing we can straighten, just select from here, shift until here, go to the top view, edit form, click here and press 0. Now this line should be perfectly smooth, which will give us very smooth surface over here. So let's check. It does become a little bit better. Okay, I'm pretty much happy with this result. Command 6, Control 6, Control 1. So basically, you can adjust your model more and more and more and more and more, and pretty much endless. You know, the more you adjust, let's say like here you raise a little bit, there you raise a little bit, just keep practicing, you know, nothing will happen. You can save in different folder your file and then actually keep practicing in order, if you don't want to spoil, let's say, this result, yeah. So you can just keep practicing and practicing, and then when you're happy with the result, you just continue with whatever you're happy. Okay, so let's make the arcs for the wheels. Switch on the side canvases, and let's make the arcs. So they will be from here until here, to here, 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 here. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this, that, this, that, and this, and that, and this, and that. So that's what we're going to delete. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to delete here, command here, 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 and here. We're gonna delete those faces. So now I double click on this kind of arc. I edit form, then I press Alt, and I'm just like making it smaller, a little bit more closer, somehow like that. And we have to do that in box mode. Okay, so I'm in box mode. I double click, edit form, Alt, and I'm making it smaller. And basically that's it. Then I just adjust all the points according to my car. Let's say this one here, this one will be here, this one will be here. Let's make it slightly away, because we're gonna make one more. We're gonna extrude it a little bit more so that we can make something like a smooth arcs. So I'm just trying to make like an arc shape. Okay, double click. Let's go to the top view. Let's make it a little bit more straight. Let's switch on the wheels and let's pull a little bit like that. Actually, let's make it perfectly straight and 0. Like that will be perfect. And then I press Alt, and again I'm making it even smaller. Let's switch to the top view, extrude it, sorry, not extrude it, but pull it a little bit more away, and readjust this somewhere in between. So let's say right here, and so on. Okay, let's see how it's gonna look in smooth mode. Pretty good. Then I double click here and I make this one 0. I double click here and this one 0. And we need to, looks like, pull it a little bit more, and this edge will go up until here. Same as this one. Okay. Oh, of course, the whole face will go up. Same as this point will go up, and this one. Just need to make sure that it's also kind of arc, that everything is nice and smooth. Okay. I would move this a little bit out. You know, it's just like we are keep moving things all the time. That's what we do. We're still gonna come back here. There need a lot of more things to do. So for like the end of this lesson, let's make this arc. Double click. I press Alt. I make it small, something like that. Then let's double click one more time. Let's go to the top view. This will be 0. We're gonna move it slightly out. Let's say like that. Back to the side view, and we just arrange all the stuff that need to be arranged. So this one will be slightly here, and so on and so on. Yeah, you see, if like this one is on the way, you can just click on the empty space and then click on the point, the one you need to adjust. Okay, then I double click and I press Alt and I make it even smaller and put it somewhere in between, just like that. Okay, now let's readjust the others. Actually, we can double click right here, modify, insert edge, and we're going to have one more edge. There you go. So as you can see, you can just keep making everything more and more and more and more and more smooth. The more, of course, you're making that, the better looks your car. So, you know, little by little, we're getting there. Let's insert here one more edge, and that's gonna be the final for today. Modify, insert edge. Okay. Okay, so that's what we made today. I think it's pretty cool. So that's our car. I can say it's pretty good shape for now, for today's lesson. Okay, so I think it was a little bit enough for today. In the next lesson we're gonna continue editing the body, and then a couple lessons later we're gonna make windows, we're gonna make lights, front bumpers, rear lights, handles, cut everything, and then rendering. I hope you will stick with me, guys. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments. I hope pretty soon I'm going to make Discord channel where we can actually chat, all of us together. And okay, take care. I'll see you in our next video. Bye for now.